Hello and welcome, my name is Alex and we are here to create some sort of core architecture for our games. This is kind of an architecture that you can copy over to any project that you are creating, so this is just basically a folder and kind of third-party plugins like in GUI, .twin or Rewire for your gamepads, for example, if you want to. And the idea of this kind of architecture is to have, like the name suggests, some sort of a standard architecture that you can copy over to any game, and this will help us to create any kind of game that we want. We will be handling all the basic stuff. Let's take a look at the architecture itself. I have created the masterpiece named Core, and this is our singleton facade pattern because we're about to forward everything to this core. So basically the usage will be core.instance.playMusic or whatever thing. You will never ever get access to any of these things within that. So you will never access to the audio controller, the language controller, gamepad. As you can see, we're about to cover all the basics things that any kind of game needs. Any kind of game needs audio, a language controller to handle your translations, the gamepad if you want to have this kind of support, unless it's some sort of game with keyboard and mouse, timeless controller, our bootstrap area, our scene controller in order to load the scenes, the instructions controller which will be working together with the game flow controller in order to create some sort of state machine in order to handle the flow of the game, our screens controller that will be handling the UI, our module to save and load any kind of things, and the message controller, which as the name suggests is just kind of a message system that sends a message and there's no response or anything else. It's just a fire and forget function. So this is pretty much the idea of this kind of course, how to create these kind of things and have these things working in any kind of game that you are creating. All of my games, from Delta Squad to the newest Dwarf Adventure, are using this kind of architecture. Over the time have been improving it, so we are about to cover the last iteration of this core architecture. And well, this is pretty much this kind of introduction. I will see you on the first lesson. Until then, see ya!